Yes.
Okay, we can start anytime.
Okay, I will start. Okay. Yes. Welcome. Good afternoon to each and every brother sitting here. So we are going to start the last session of the 102nd South Indian Conference. So today we have two great students of Theosophical Society, particularly from South India. One is Brother Sibdas, very well-known figure of Kerala Federation, and a student, very deep student of Theosophy. Brother Sibdas, though well-known to each and everyone, but for new members who are here in the online, I am giving a few introduction about Brother Sibdas. At present, he is the president of Kerala Theosophical Federation. He joined Theosophical Society in the year 1982, and by profession he retired from Indian Forest Service in 2013, and his wife Jayasri, also member. They both belong to Alepi. His son is Vishnu, and his family all are in USA. Brother Shibdas is a very good speaker, participated a lot of study classes, symposium, and delivered speeches in uh, international convention. I was fortunate, along with him, I was speaker in a Indian Section Convention 2006 or 7, exactly that year I have forgotten. So, Brother Sibdas, whenever I requested him, in spite of his lot of commitments, he accepted my request and delivered speeches through online. He's a student of Mahatma Letters. Regularly, he has been conducting Mahatma Letter classes on Friday, probably, in a week for members of the Kerala Theosophical Federation. Now, over to Brother Sibdas. Welcome, sir.
Namaste, Pradapji, Pradeepji. Namaste, my dear brothers and sisters. My topic of discussion today is mind is the creator of all illusion. Mind is the creator of all illusion. During the last 2 days, all the eminent speakers, they were discussing and they have analyzed the theme very vigorously and very thoroughly. And today, my duty is almost like a summing up of what they have discussed and they have presented before us, and it is quite inevitable in a concluding session. So that is my duty today. And moreover, this repetition is always a necessity in a spiritual class, because that is the way always spiritual lessons are being taught. So now I present my thinking about this topic. Mind is the creator of all illusion. It's a profound statement. What do we understand by these words of caution as well as advice to course correction? This is
Siddhasi,
a
little
warning.
louder, little louder.
Okay, this is a. Can you hear me properly, sir? Now.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, okay, sir. Okay. My voice is a little bit low always.
Yes.
Okay. Now, what do we understand by these words of caution as well as advice to course correction? Because this is a warning to those who are treading the path or those who wish to tread the path. This is a warning. This statement is a warning, and it's also an advice to those who are those who wish to travel along the path, because they should be very vigilant, they should be very attentive when they tread the path, because they should be very careful about their choices from moment to moment. That is why it becomes an advice to those who are treading the path and wish to tread the path. To whom are these statements relevant? On what premises does this statement build up? If this is a true statement, yes, it is a true statement, then what is the purpose of the very interesting drama in the progress of evolutionary process as far as the human stage is concerned? We know that this statement is relevant to the human stage. For the subhuman stage, this statement is not relevant as far as we know. And for the superhuman stage also, since they have already transcended this limitation, for them also, this is not very relevant. But for us as human beings, this statement is very relevant. When we say mind is the creator of all illusion, to which mind we are referring to the cosmic mind or to the individual mind? The secret doctrine teaches that pre-cosmic ideation and pre-cosmic substance is the root of manifestation. Pre-cosmic ideation and pre-cosmic substance is the root of manifestation, appearing and disappearing periodically from within outwards and returning within from without. That means it is a two-way process. Always it is a two-way process. This process of differentiation and integration goes on ad infinitum, means that it has no beginning and no end. It goes on continuously forever. This perpetual motion is the basis of space, time, and all forms of and grades of matter. We are told that consciousness and matter always coexist and are eternal, and so is motion. That means consciousness, matter, and motion. These three are the fundamental aspects of manifestation. According to the teachings of the occult doctrine, manifested universe is a periodical appearance of a mental phenomenon which comes out from the unmanifest state of reality and then becomes merged in the same reality after running its course. That we are also told that this is not creation and dissolution, but projection and withdrawal. This is not creation and dissolution as we understand or as the human being understand it, but it is a projection and withdrawal. This is stated in the Pratyabhijna Hridayam in the following sutra. Chidi Swadandra Vishwasiddhi Hedu. Chidi Swadandra Vishwasiddhi Hedu. Chidi meaning ultimate consciousness. That is Chidi. Swadandra. Swadandra means self-determined or self-willed. That means nothing, no compulsion from outside, and there is no outside also. So no compulsion from anywhere, no agency is putting any pressure upon it. It is always self-determined and self-willed. Swadandra, Vishwa, Siddhi, Hedu is the cause of manifestation of the universe. Siddhi means Vishwa. Vishwa means universe, that in all its aspects, not only the physical, but all the subtle aspects of existence is included in that word Siddhi. That means Vishwa Siddhi Hedu. How does it happen? Chit aspect is the root of the mind principle. Sat Chit Ananda, out of that. Chit aspect is the root of the mind principle, and cosmic mind is the cause and instrument of manifestation. It emphasizes the nature of the universe and as an essentially mental phenomenon appearing in the supreme consciousness. Divine consciousness is not only the background of the mental phenomena against which the phenomena are perceived, and also not only the light which illuminates the mental phenomena, but it is also the screen on which these phenomena are projected as the manifested universe. That is a that is the most important part of this projection. But because supreme consciousness is the background, supreme consciousness is the light which illuminates the projection, and supreme consciousness itself is the screen upon which this phenomena is projected. This also is stated in the Pratyabhijna Hridayam in the following sutra, which states, Svechaya Swabhittau Vishwam Unmilayadi. Svechaya means self-willed, again self-willed. Svechaya. Swabhittau means itself as the screen, self itself as the canvas. So that means the energy also comes from within, and the screen is also within. Vishwam Unmilayadi. Vishwam means universe. The next word is very important. Unmilayadi. Unmilayadi means unfolding. So that means in the screen upon which the whole manifestation is unfolded. So it is not a creation. We cannot call it a creation. It is a projection, and the Vishwam and the universe appeared on the screen, unfolded. What is the nature of this projection which we have mentioned? It comes into being when pure consciousness descends into a lower state and producing a manifested world on a macrocosmic or microcosmic scale. We can describe this process as differentiation of the integrated state of pure consciousness into multifarious states of mind, existing on different planes of nature. So on all the planes of nature, it is the mind which is being projected. This process is similar to the dispersion of white light into a multicolored spectrum of lights by a prism that we have seen in the morning by our brother Venkateshwar Rao that presented that experiment. The white color is being dispersed into spectrum colors. Okay, that experiment we should remember. In the case of cosmic manifestation, what is it that takes the role of the prism that we use in our experiment? In our experiment, in our laboratory experiment, we use the prism. But in the cosmic manifestation, what is it that takes the role of the prism that we use in our experiment? We are told that it is the point which appeared within the ultimate reality as a result of the first motion. So the first motion is in the ultimate reality, the first motion is manifested as a point. That is what we are told. It's appeared as a point, and that point acts as the prism for the dispersion. That means unity is being projected as diversity with the help of that point. This point is referred to in our text as the Mahabindu. This point is referred to in our text as the Mahabindu. It is through this Mahabindu the divine projection takes place as the manifested universe with its two attributes. There are two attributes of Mahakasha. Mahakasha means cosmic space, and Mahakala. Mahakala means cosmic time. So that is the true aspects of the projection. This process of projection is now the next is an interesting thing to understand, an interesting topic to understand. This process of projection of the differentiated universe is a disturbance generated within the universal consciousness and is subjected to the law of balance and equilibrium. This is a disturbance The otherwise perfect state of equilibrium, this projection acts as a disturbance. So this process of projection of the differentiated universe is a disturbance generated within the universal consciousness and is subjected to the law of balance and equilibrium. Hence, the reverse process of integration begins to bring the whole system back to its equilibrium state. So that is what is happening, the projection and withdrawal, because that is the process, that's the law acting, that the law of balance and equilibrium is acting. Whenever there is this disturbance, this law operates and bring the system back to its equilibrium state. That is why it is taught that Srishti and Pralaya or Samhara goes on ad infinitum. So it goes on forever, never stops. Modern science also tells us that if a system in equilibrium is disturbed, the system will react in such a way that the effect of the disturbance is nullified. So that is the same process which happens in the macrocosmic level. Modern science also tells us that if a system in equilibrium is disturbed, the system will react in such a way that the effect of the disturbance is nullified. From the above study, what we understand is that the projection of the unity into diversity with the help of the Mahabindu as universal manifestation with the attributes of Mahakasha and Mahakala is the root cause of universal illusion or Mahamaya. That means manifestation is always associated with illusion or Maya. That was actually today morning also that was mentioned by our eminent speaker, that manifestation is always associated with illusion or Maya. Maya disappears when the state of differentiation reverts back to the state of integration. Maya disappears when the state of differentiation reverts back to the state of integration. We can also take another example from the field of science to show how a binary system can produce all sorts of illusions. A modern computer, commonly called a philosophical machine, is using a binary language with 0 and 1 to create a virtual world of illusions of sound, color, and motion with immense possibilities. The same process happens in the macrocosmic level with the binary of consciousness and matter, with its unimaginable potential of permutation and combination, projecting the universe upon the veil of Maya or illusion. This is what is happening because this duality is the essence of all manifestation, because that happens in the case of the computer also, and that happens in the case of the universe also. If Maya or illusion is inherently associated with the manifestation at the cosmic stage, then it is quite natural to be active and operative at all levels of nature. That is what it's quite obvious. When the Maya, the presence of Maya is there in the cosmic stage, then it will be present at all levels. Universal laws and principles in the macrocosmic level is actively applicable and operative in the microcosmic field of activity down to the lowest plane of existence. As above, so below is an occult truth. That also yesterday our brother Hari presented when he was presenting that holographic model of the manifestation. He also mentioned this as above, so below. That is the law of correspondence. This is known as the law of correspondence. As above, so below is an occult truth which offers excellent opportunities for man to observe and understand the hidden side of the manifested world with its multifarious functions and complex structures. So this gives man the opportunity. If you want to study the microcosm, if you study the macro, if you extend our study to the macrocosmic level, what we have to do is to study at the microcosmic level. In order to understand the nature of illusion, we shall have to understand the nature of the objective world thoroughly and also the nature of the knower, that is the Jivatma. So we have to understand the nature of the objective world as well as the knower also. Always, we were discussing about the observer and the observed world during the previous session. So that Jivat, we have to study about the Jivatma also. The secret doctrine teaches the fundamental identity of all souls with the universal oversoul and the obligatory pilgrimage for every soul through the cycle of incarnation in accordance with the cyclic and karmic law. Why this is obligatory? Why it becomes obligatory pilgrimage? Obligatory because, as we know, we have learned that the universe or manifestation happens from within, and the manifestation itself. Today morning also, Dr. Venkateswar Rao, he mentioned that also, that the projection of the universe is a limitation, because the limitless one, it becomes with its self-determined and self-willed, it becomes a limited a limit. Actually, it appears to be limited. So limitation means illusion. Limitation is illusion, or illusion is inherent in limitation. So if you want to escape from illusion, what we have to do is that we have to escape from limitation. So our problem is that we are now within the limitation, and our aim is to get ourselves free from this limitation. If you are freed from the limit, because illusion is inherent in limitation, so the freedom from that illusion, that is inherent in self-realization. Because when you are suppose if you are limited, then illusion is there, but if you are unlimited, then there is no limitation. So that is the way, that is why it becomes an obligatory pilgrimage, because you are put into the in the limited field of evolution, and you have to get out of it. You have to get yourself free from that. Then only you can, through self-realization. So that is the process, and that is the purpose of this illusion also, that which the professor has mentioned in the morning. Now let us see what is the real nature of the individual mind and how it becomes the active cause of bondage. The functioning of the mind on each plane through its respective vehicle produces a mental world depending upon the nature of that plane. It is this mental world which fills the field of consciousness and prevents the perception of reality on that plane. It is these different kinds of images constitute the veils on the lower planes and keep the individual involved in the limitations and illusions of the lower worlds. This is beautifully presented by or given by Adi Shankara in his one of his slogas. It is like this: Vishwam Darpana Drishyamana Nagari Tulyam Nijandargadam. Vishwam Darpana Drishyamana Nagari Tulyam Nijandargadam. Vishwam means universe, meaning universe. Darpana Drishyamana Nagari Tulyam means like the mirror image of a city scene. Like the mirror image of a city scene. Darpana Drishyamana Nagari Tulyam means like a city which is seen, image is seen in the mirror. But where is it seen? That is the most important thing. Vishwam Darpana Drishyamana Nagari Tulyam. That is the next line. Next, the words are most important, because that is Nijandargadam, within oneself, by the illusion of experience, by the illusion experienced by the Atma. So the whole thing is happening within. In the case of cosmic reality, it happens within, and in the case of the human being, also it happens within. Nothing is happening outside. So that is it. Vishwam Darpana Drishyamana Nagari Tulyam Nijandargadam. But we are unable to understand this truth. It is to be understood that integrated state of real, when projected through the individual mind, is colored by the vasanas carried over by the individual from his previous incarnations, and also by his karmic debts, which present an illusory world before him to experience, and then to learn the necessary lessons to get himself freed from this bondage. That is the way. This is the essential message of all spiritual teachings and practices. That is the experiences, to get experiences, and that then to get and to get ourselves freed from that bondage. This is the message of all spiritual teachings and practices. And also all the spiritual practices are trying to give us the steps to be followed to to get ourselves freed from this bondage. The saying that there is hope for man only in man emphasizes this aspect of our existence. The individual mind is the reflection of the divine mind. Under the individual mind, which is the reflection of the divine mind, undergoes similar process of projection and withdrawal that takes place at the cosmic level. And that is important because that is the reason it is given in the yogic path, which states that chitta vritti nirodha is the only method by which individual consciousness can transcend all the illusions in which it is entangled. Because this chittavritti nirodha is possible because in the cosmic level what is happening is that withdrawal is taking place, so that we are also capable of doing the same withdrawal. That is why we are capable of doing the nirodha. Otherwise we are, because if there is the same process is happening in the cosmic level, since we are one with the cosmic power, we also have the power to power to block it. We can block the mental activities so that we can do the nirodha. Is the only method by which the individual consciousness can transcend all the illusions in which it is entangled. This is eminently possible because withdrawal is an essential necessity in manifestation. In our daily life, we experience this dual process of projection and withdrawal during sleep for a short period and much longer period after physical death. But physical death does not ensure us any sort of liberation because we get entangled in the subtle level of matter and continue with our experiences in those subtle but illusory regions. In the liberated state of awareness, all sense of separation vanishes and the integrated state of unity is realized. The subjective and the objective experience merge together into one reality of existence. For such an individual, the consciousness is fully alert and functional in all levels of existence, irrespective of the nature of the plane. Now we know that mind is the creator of all illusion, and that very mind is capable of withdrawing from that state of illusion into the fully alert state of integration. Light on the Path teaches kill out all sense of separateness. We are also told that to attain to that state of non-separation, total transformation of the mind is necessary. In our previous experiment involving white light and a prism, the differentiated state of spectrum colors will be reintegrated into white light if we place an inverted prism in the place of the screen. Instead of the screen, if I put an inverted prism there, the same white color will again reappear on the other side. Now, what is this inverted prism? That is most important. This inverted prism in the above experiment represents our transformed mind. J. Krishnamurti called it mutation. They called the mental mutation. That means this represents our transformed mind with a totally new constitution, which can reflect the true nature of reality. That transformation, if until that transformation takes place, we will be unable to escape from this illusion. Individual mind is nothing but the vibration of the mental body when consciousness functions through it. Nature of this vibration or rate of this vibration depends upon the constitution of the mental body. The constitution of the mental body is very important because the rate of vibration depends upon the density of the matter which constitutes the mental body. So nature of this vibration depends upon the constitution of the mental body. Constitution of the mental body can be changed by constant practice and self-observation. That is, by gaining strength, thus by gaining strength and capacities, the individual mind can liberate itself from the bondage of illusion. In the Bhagavad Gita states, Traigunya Vishaya Veda Nistraigurnyo Bhavarjuna Nirdvando Nitya Sattvasto Niryoga Kshema Atmavan. In this sloga, Nirdvando means beyond beyond the realm of duality. The mind is beyond all sense of separateness. All illusion is gone. There is a power that maketh all things new, and it lives and moves in those who know the self as one. That means that is the only way we can escape from the illusion in which we are entangled or in which we are encircled from the very beginning. And that is and there ends the human stage of evolution. Thank you and namaste. I thank all people who worked hard behind this online meeting after the cancellation of the physical meeting. All those people who worked very hard to make it possible. I thank all my dear friends and brothers for making it possible because so that we can at least participate online in this conference. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Very nice way of presenting. Means he presented everything from every corner, from Pratibhagya Hrudayam to Gita, and in between Light on the Path, all everything. Now our next speaker is another great one, Brother Dr. Nages. And the way he will present means he is the final speech, and his speech is the everything is there, origin and destruction of illusion. So Dr. Nages is by profession is a dental doctor, but a very serious student of theosophy. He belonged to Karnataka, but he is now as a, working as an emeritus professor, researching the another College of Dental Science, Bangalore. Member of Theosophical Society, Vijayanagar Lodge, Bangalore for last 26 years. National Speaker of Theosophical Society, Indian section. Delivered couple of lectures in the international conferences held at Adair, as well as in many South Indian conferences representing from Karnataka. He has professionally 146 national and international publication on medical and dental science journal. He was previously invited expert committee members of World Health Organization on 2 occasions. And particularly he is delivered lectures from the side of combination of spirituality and science. He is always addressed as a lifelong learner, which is the very base of our life, particular life of student of theosophy. We should be always a learner. Now I welcome Dr. Nages Lakshmi Narayanan. Welcome, sir.
Hello.
Yes. Yes.
Sir, I like to share my slides. Will you give me the provision to share the slides?
Yes, I made you as a co-host, so you can share your screen. Already you are co-host of the in this stage, so you can share. I guess
Hello, can I share my
yes.
slides?
You can share your screen.
Is it visible? Hello?
No, sir.
It's
Not
not visible?
Not
You
visible.
not visual. You share your screen.
Okay. When I go to share, it is snapping. Just a second. Yeah, I got it now.
Yes.
I think maybe his signal is not good. So,
Hello, can
do
you
you
see my
want?
slides, please?
No, we cannot. I think maybe your signal is not good. So, shall I share your PPT?
Yeah. If you don't mind, please share my slides. That's the reason I sent a backup to you.
Yes.
Hello. Yeah.
Yes,
Hello.
go
Yeah.
ahead.
Good afternoon to all brothers and sisters. And I thank the organizers for giving me an opportunity in this South India conference. It is the 102 South India conference. Although not a live program, it is held online for various reasons. The organizers have taken special efforts to organize this program. We had wonderful lectures for the last 3 days, very nice topics. And the last session is going to
Dr. Nagesh,
hello.
uh,
Hello.
is your signal good,
Yeah.
sir?
Yeah, I don't know what exactly is the reason. So far, it was working wonderfully, but it is getting disconnected. Now it's all right. If
It's,
I'm audible to you, I will go ahead with the presentation.
yes.
So, with
Sekharji, you
my,
can click this slide so it will give full screen.
yeah. So, thanking everybody. The topic which is assigned to me is creation and destruction of illusions. Can you please go to the next slide? Next slide, please. Next slide.
Sekharji,
Yes, sir.
you click this slide so that it can have full screen.
No,
Yeah, can it
it
be
is
made
on
full screen?
slide. It is on slideshow, sir.
Okay. So, okay, but I
Second
don't
slide.
know. Okay. I don't know. I can't make it actually. Mr. Shikhar should do that if I'm right.
I am doing it. So, can everybody see the full screen of the PowerPoint?
Um, I
No,
think it is. I think it is
not
Dr.
visible, not
Nagesh.
visible.
It is Dr.
It is not
Nagesh
moving, sir.
screen.
No, it's not in my control now. It's not in my control.
Okay, Nageshi, I am sharing the PowerPoint now. You guide me when to move the slide, okay?
Yeah, I will just keep guiding you. You please go on scrolling the slides.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, now I'm going full screen. So,
Yeah. So let me begin this particular session on creation and destruction of illusion with a verse from Bruhadaranyaka Upanishad. Asatoma sadgamaya tamasoma jyotirgamaya Asatoma refers to, please go on. Shrikar, please go to the next part. Asatoma refers to from untruth. Sadgamaya refers to truth. So we are praying the Almighty or the Lord to lead us from untruth to truth. Untruth is nothing but illusion or maya, whereas truth is the reality. So we plead and pray the God to lead us from illusion to reality. Basically, because we know that we are submerged under multiple types of illusions: physical illusions, sensory illusions, mental illusions, and many more kind of illusions called as motion illusions, hallucinations. There are so many different types of illusions under which we are submerged. Becoming aware of our illusions is the very first step to get rid of the illusions. Next slide, please. So, what is an illusion? Let me give a simple idea about illusion. Already, so many speakers have covered. So, let me go fast here. It's a false appearance or a misperception. Something which appears to be there, but in reality, it's not there, or it's a distorted version of what is there. It's nothing but a deceptive impression of reality. Go to the next slide, please. All transient things are illusions. We have already heard a lot about different types of illusions. I'm just running fast through this slide and just give you an impression of different types of illusions. World is an illusion. Life is an illusion. Death is an illusion. Matter, energy, space, and time are illusions. Matter is no matter. Energy is not energy. Space is not space. Time is not space, not time. Great Albert Einstein said, matter, energy, space, and time are all illusions. Past, present, and future are illusions. Identifying myself with my body and considering I am my body is an illusion. Sense of I or ego is an illusion. It's called skin encapsulated ego by Peter Russell. Peter Russell was a great nuclear physicist who studied yogic sciences and also Indian music, and he had PhD in 3 subjects. He writes a wonderful book in which he discusses something called a skin encapsulated ego. All that is which is there within my skin is I, and all that is there outside my skin is non-I. So this creates a sense of separation. This sense of separation is also an illusion. Attachment to impermanent things is an illusion. This is what Lord Buddha said, anatta. Anatta means anatma. So we get attached to everything that is anatma, and that gives rise to illusion. Next slide, please. Illusion is a distortion constructed by the senses together with brain, mind, and intellect. The combination of brain, mind, and intellect together with sense organs usually distort what we see, what we hear, what we listen, what we imagine. That gives rise to illusion. So the very origin of illusion is within us, and unless until we try to work upon ourselves and get rid of the source which causes illusions, we cannot raise beyond illusions. Mirage is an example of a physical illusion. A traveler in the desert will see there's a water body somewhere, and the water body is merely a kind of illusion created because of the varying refractive index or the varying refractions of the upper and the lower layers of the atmosphere. It just creates an image of a water body which is definitely not there. So the traveler gets easily tricked by it. So this is an example, a simple example for an illusion. Go to the next slide. Is reality constructed? Do we construct the reality? Yes. The reality we are constructing, or we are construing. This is called as constructed reality. How do we construct reality? The combination of sense organs like eyes, ear, skin, nose, and the tongue with brain, mind, and intellect constructs the reality. So, what kind of reality we are experiencing day in and day out is constructed reality. But is this constructed reality the reality? Is it the ultimate reality? Constructed reality, does it reflect truth? Is it the ultimate reality? That is a question. The constructed reality gives rise to a relative reality, whereas beyond. Please go to the next slide. Reality as per quantum physics. Quantum physics says physical objects are deeply evanescent energy patterns ultimately they are nothing but micro energy fields. All is not what it appears to be to our senses and reason. Ultimately, the solidity of objects itself, solidity of our body is made of such atoms only. If our body is made of atoms, even we are 99% empty or vacant, or we are nothing but void, but we appear as human bodies, as solid and concrete. This itself is an illusion. Please go to the next slide. How the frog sees the world. Frog can see every individual photon in the light. So everything in the world to frog appears as a mass of fine particles. Please go to the next slide. For snake, everything appears as a thermal image. For the shark, for a snake, everything appears as a thermal image or an infrared radiation image. For shark, everything appears as an ultrasonographic image. Please go to the next slide. For a bat, everything appears as a sonogram. For human beings, the world appears so colorful because human eyes have the ability to see the 7 colors which come within the 380 to 700 nanometers wavelength. This consists of Vib-Gayar or violet to red spectrum of light. Anything beyond violet is called as ultraviolet. Anything beyond red is called as infrared. We can never see ultraviolet, we can never see infrared, we can never see cosmic rays, we can never see X-rays, we can never see gamma rays, we can never see cosmic rays. Although they are all present in the light. Imagine if we are given, if our eyes are given a special privilege to see the X-rays in the light. If our eyes can see the X-rays in the light, the whole world appears to us like the bones which appear on an X-ray to a radiologist. So the whole world differs if a little bit of sensory perception is widened or broadened. So there is a frog's world, there is a shark's world, there is a snake's world, there is a bat's world, there is a human's world. But it is the same world. But the same world seen differently by different animals having different sensory abilities, having different kinds of brains, having different kinds of minds, and working at different levels of intellect. If everything appears differently, although it is the same universe or the same world, the fundamental question is, which is the real world? Is the frog's world a real world? Or is the snake's world a real world? Or is it the human's world which is a real world? The real world is something which is probably not visible to us. We are not able to experience it unless until our consciousness is go to the next slide, please. Are there two realities? Yes, there are two realities. The world as I perceive and the world as it is. The world as I perceive is based on the limitations that I do have. The world as it is the true world. So the world that I perceive is nothing but the creator's dream. It is called as Maya. And waking up from it is not easy because we are deeply submerged in the Maya. That's why Sri Shankaracharya said, Jagan Mithya Brahma Satya. Please go to the next slide. There is an intriguing question to you. It's a philosophical experiment rather. A great professor in the University of Berkeley once asked a question. One night in a distant island, there occurs heavy showers. Lightning strikes the stem of a big tree and the tree falls. Falling tree makes sound as the tree falls. Does the falling tree make sound? It's a philosophical thought experiment which was posed by a great professor in the University of Berkeley. The falling tree, does it make sound? It does not make sound unless until there is an animal with an ear which is capable of hearing to the sound. Unless there is a person to hear, unless there is an animal to hear in that island, it does not make sound. That means whatever is there in the external world, it makes sense only when it comes into contact with our sense organs. And when our sense organs receive the stimuli and transfer it along the nerves to the brain, and where in the brain, along with the mind, using the intellect, when it is interpreted, it will not be understood. So the whole universe is something which we are constructing with our sense organs. Let's move a little bit ahead from here. I will pick up the example of light. Please go to the next part of the slide. Light travels at a speed of 3 lakh kilometers per second. It takes 8 minutes for the sunlight to reach Earth. That means to say the sun is at a distance of 8 light minutes. Sun is at a distance of 8 light minutes. Hence, the sun that we are seeing at any point of time is 8 minutes old. Sunrise in reality would have happened 8 minutes before it appears to really happen to us. Sunset would have happened 8 minutes before it appears to be happening. That means to say, every day when we see the sunrise and think the sun is rising now, probably the sun would have really risen 8 minutes earlier to what we assume or what we really feel or understand. Similarly with the sunset, It is basically because of the distance, the huge distance between the planet Earth and the sun. And light takes its own time to reach. And the distance between Earth and the sun is 8 light minutes. Okay, so that means to say the sun that we are seeing is the old sun, 8 minutes old sun. Next slide. Can you see live dinosaurs now? You all know very well, dinosaurs got extinct 60 million years ago. They are not there on the planet Earth. Only after the extinction of dinosaurs, human beings evolved. But there are some stars, galaxies, and planets which are more than 60 million light years away from us. The meaning is, if the light travels for 60 million years from Earth, the light would be reaching such stars, galaxies, and planets which are so far in the sky. Imagine you are a man or you are a human being living in such a planet which is 16 million light years away from planet Earth at this point of time. If you imagine yourself to be there in such a distant planet now, the light that left Earth more than 60 million years ago would be reaching those planets precisely now. So you can see dinosaurs roaming on Earth, being on those planets now. Although dinosaurs are extinct 60 million years ago, you can see the dinosaurs provided you are residing in a planet which is 60 million light years away from the Earth, and the light which left the Earth 60 million years ago is just reaching that planet which is at such a vast distance. You would be able to see the dinosaurs. When you stand on the terrace of your house and see the open sky, you will be visualizing hundreds and thousands and lakhs of stars. Many of those stars are extinct, but the light which were emitted by those stars long back are reaching the Earth now, giving an image that the star is there. But in reality, the star is not at all there. There are many stars in the sky which you see, but in reality, they are not there. Please go to the next slide. There is something called Leibniz split second. Leibniz because it takes a split second to perceive this world. Every moment the world it is
Yes.
called perceptual delay, otherwise it's called as consciousness lag. Can you please go to the next slide? What do you say? Do you agree that we construct reality based on our sense organs, brain, and preconditioned mind and its impressions? Yes, we do construct. The reality is a constructed reality. If so, if so, please go to the next slide. There are two domains in life, known and unknown. Known is the world as I perceive. The world as I perceive with our limited sense organs, with my limited sense organs, brain, mind, and intellect, is nothing but an illusion. It is the known world. The world as it is, which is not known to me, is the reality that is unknown. Go to the next slide. So if the observer with his sense organs, brain, mind, and intellect is an obstruction to direct perception, the observer should disappear. Only when the observer disappears, reality is experienced. You might have heard, when meditator disappears, meditation happens. When the observer disappears, reality is experienced. Ignore the left side of the equation. You come to know that when you meditate, then you happen to experience the reality. All the illusions simply vanish when we experience the world through meditation. Hence, meditative mind facilitates experiencing the reality as it is. Please go to the next slide. How do you destroy the illusions? What is the best way to destroy the illusions? The best way to destroy the illusions is to meditate. Elevate the consciousness from duality, you move to non-duality, and that precisely helps you in destroying all the illusions that you have constructed. In Bhagavad Gita, illusion is called as Maya. Maya is not some external power with which you can fight. Please don't fight with Maya, because Maya is woven into the very fabric of material existence. You cannot have a world without Maya. The very world that you are living is a Maya. The very body in which you are residing is a Maya. And the very time in which you are living is a Maya. The life is Maya. Death is Maya. So you cannot fight with Maya. You cannot get rid of Maya. But what can you do? You have to transcend the Maya. Because Maya is woven into the very fabric of material existence. It is embedded. Surrender to the rootless root of all. That is the path. Bhagavad Gita says, surrender. Surrender to the Parabrahman. Surrender to the universal consciousness. Surrender to the rootless root of all, as our secret doctrine says. That is the only path, and that's what Bhagavad Gita says. Please go to the next slide. So, Lord Krishna says, Mama eva prapadyante. Those who surrender to me alone are liberated. So, what is exactly surrendering to Lord means? The lower self has to completely disappear and merge into the higher self. Only then the surrender becomes complete. And that's what is meditation. Meditation is nothing but the total surrender. And total surrender is nothing but meditation. And meditation is a process in which our consciousness, from duality we move to non-duality, and that's where all the illusions created by our sense organs, by brain, by mind, and by intellect, what we call BMI complex, will totally disappear. Thank you very much, and I'm extremely sorry.
Thank you, Brother Nagesh. A very wonderful speech, and it is for each and every one to ponder over, think over, and try to grasp as many as points Brother Nagesh narrated. Observer disappears, then you will experience the reality. Best way how the illusions are there. Even rising sun, even the stars we are observing in the night, all are full of illusions. So from duality to non-duality, each one are present here. Be an observer. Go from duality to non-duality by surrendering to the rootless root, to the Param to our masters, those who are in the higher level behind the formation of Theosophical Society, behind the whole humanity. Let us surrender before the masters, the great teachers of the humanity. Then we can be at the non-duality level. Thank you, Brother Nagesh. Now it is turn to Sister Smita Pragya to her words to take us to vote of thanks and conclusion.
Good evening, everyone. Respected brothers and sisters, as we come to the close of this enlightening 102 South India Conference, it is my privilege to propose the vote of thanks. At the very outset, I offer my heartfelt gratitude to Indian section and our respected Indian section President Pradeep Gohil sir for his constant support and encouragement in making this conference possible. I also extend my sincere thanks to NC Krishna sir, Vice President of Indian Section, for his valuable support. I would like to sincerely thank Pradeep Mahapatra sir for his dedicated efforts in coordinating and smoothly managing all the online Zoom sessions. My special thanks to our International Vice President, Shikhar Agnihotri sir, who, in spite of his busy schedule, took the initiative to organize this online conference. I also extend my sincere thanks to our International Secretary, Sister Maria Arthama, for gracing the opening of the South India Conference. I would also like to express my sincere gratitude to uh, our sincere gratitude to our chairpersons and moderators, C.A. Sinde sir, Pradeep Mahapatra sir, Shikhar sir, Catalina ji, Sharayu ji, Sairam ji, Deepika ji, Snehit ji, and my heartfelt thanks to Sairam ji. This was his idea to conduct this South India conference online instead of completely cancelling it. I thank Brother Sairam for his idea. Thank you, brother. Thank you for guiding for the session. And I thank all the moderators for guiding with such grace and balance. I extend my heartfelt thanks to all our esteemed speakers whose enlightening talks deepened our understanding of the theme, removing illusion paves the way to reality. My warm appreciation goes to the organizing team and volunteers whose tireless efforts behind the scenes ensured the success of this conference. And last but not the least, I thank all our delegates present here. Without your participation, this convention would not have been as meaningful and successful. With gratitude to one and all, thank you all. Thank you so much. Namaste. Now the 102 South India Conference is officially closed.
Thank
Yes.
you. Thank you, Smita ji also. You didn't take your name out of humility. So thanks to you also for being an active part of this team. And happy Easter to everyone. Mahapatra ji, any final words?
Thank you to each and everyone present here, and hope we will meet physically during the 103 South Indian Conference at Adair. We miss
Yeah.
Adair, and we physically miss you all, Adair people. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Ganesh ji, thank you.